What's up, y'all? Ray here, and this is going to be a short YouTube video of pretty much me in fast motion kind of setting up my new bandsaw. It is the Grizzly 10-inch G0948 half power bandsaw. This is a really nice bandsaw for a small shop. It has a good size cut capacity. I think it's 6.5 inches, and like the depth of material that you can cut. And it's, like I said, half horsepower, and it is a solid bang for the buck purchase. I got this actually for Christmas. At the time of this video, this is post-Christmas, so whenever I post it, it'll probably be next week sometime. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna grab it. It's pretty heavy, so I'm gonna get it up here, and then we're going to go in fast motion, and then I'm gonna kind of talk over some of the features and different things like that after I set it up. So here we go. Alright y'all, so after about 20 minutes to put this thing together with the stand, I haven't even put it on the stand yet because I think I might want to wait until I get my mobile base to do that, because this might just kind of hang out here for now. I don't know, I haven't made a decision yet, but it took about roughly, with the adding it onto the base, I'm sure it'll take about roughly 30 minutes total for me to have got this completely set up. So setup was super easy. It was essentially just getting the getting the table on, putting the base together, and then just putting the rail for the fence to go on, and all that. That's really it. And it was all set up and ready to go out the box. I did tension this a little bit, but also what took the longest, which I mean y'all kind of saw in my super sped up video, was fine tuning this thing. So the fence was out of line, so I ended up getting that in square, so that's good. The blade was a little out of line, so I ended up having to get out my trusty dusty woodpecker square, and so that's now perfectly aligned, and yeah, and everything. So that's the main thing about it. And then this fence, I had to get it because it was kind of twisted. So, but other than that though, I mean, aligning the table, aligning the fence, getting the blade all set up and everything in tension correctly, it was all really relatively easy to set this thing up. I mean, it was, I'd say about 80% ready to go out of the box. I mean, depending on what you're using this for, I mean, as long as you're not, you know, if you're using it for rough cuts and things like that, not necessarily fine woodworking, then pretty much take it out of the box, throw the table on there, and you're good to go. So some of the features: it has a 9 3/4 cut from the inside to the blade, and of course, as long as you can get, you know, stabilizing it, cut distance. And it has a 6 1/4 height on the actual cut itself. So I would just say really 6 inches, because I mean, it's kind of a weird spot, which is a kind of a random number, but for a tabletop, this is a really good size. I mean, a lot of tabletops I see are like 3.5, 4 inches and stuff like that. That's definitely average, but you know, I definitely made the decision to get this because of the features of the cut height and the different things like that, with the added light on there as well. That's on like more of a gooseneck, and different things like the bearing guide system. On my old bandsaw, it did not have a bearing guide system. It just had 2 little metal pieces that just were not good at all. So the fence, it says that it can cut 6 inches, but whenever you start getting like rip 6 inches, but once you get over here, I mean, whenever it's tensioned in, it doesn't do it. I would say it's more of like, you see the number over here? Or well, no, okay, yeah, it cuts 6. Never mind, I was looking at it wrong, depending on how you have your fence oriented. So say about 6.5 is the max the fence will cut itself, but it has these little black lines, I don't know if you can see them here, and blue lines for your fence, because it has these little knobs that you can take the fence off and actually lay it down whenever you're cutting thinner stock, and then it actually adjusts it for the height of the fence for the blue numbers, or for the just the width of the fence for the black numbers. So that's really nice. And the half power motor is a 110 motor, and it is super powerful. This thing is whisper quiet compared to my old one, so I'm just gonna kind of do a little sound test here for you. Buttery smooth, which is really nice. Another thing I forgot to mention, the miter slot. It's okay. These little cheap plastic guys, they're not the best, and these awkward sizes or whatever. But I mean, as long as you're not trying to do anything crazy with it, you know, it'll get the job done. I will be building a sled for cutting bow ties and different things like that, so that'll make it really easy. And it wants to come up a lot, which is, you know, it's whatever on these like cheaper little miter things. You know, a lot of people just kind of throw them away and stuff. All this extra hardware is for attaching the base to the bandsaw. And then let's see, what else am I missing? You can open the top and the bottom by just turning it. It shows you 2 different speeds, it looks like. Oh yeah, because it has the 2 different speeds. So 2620 FPM. I don't know what that means. RPM, FPM, whatever. 1520 FPM if you do it on the smaller wheel over here, and I guess I just loosen up some Allen keys or Allen nuts here, and then just kind of, you know, put that to the different speed that I want it to. These knobs for actually grabbing onto this are kind of weird. They guide and then they just twist, and that's it. On my other bandsaw, you had to actually keep turning and turning and turning and turning and turning, and they actually were on the front, which is really annoying. To actually raise the height of the blade, you loosen up the outside, then you can lower the bottom, which I'd say that's probably about quarter of an inch that it, you know, gets into there. So that's pretty nice. I'm dropping stuff. On the back, not only is it super clean in the front, but it's super clean in the back. So it's got your motor here, which you can use, you can change the tensioning of, this is where you change the tension of that blade. Right there, you use this big old guy. It's you versus guy just tells you not to worry about. And then you get in here and actually change the belt on there. The dust port's really cool. It does multiple sizes. I know 4, 3, and then I think it's a 2-inch, not 2.5, a 2-inch dust port there. It is just 2-inch on the inside, and then it opens up, of course. But I mean, you do get the access to be able to put your 4-inch hose. Let's see. I have a bit of cut-off hose. It's not very loyal, and then I can actually just attach that and then put a mag port over here, so I can just hook this up whenever. So that's really nice. I like that a lot. And then it has the cover whenever you're actually not using it. It did also come with a little push stick, which, I mean, I don't really know who all uses push sticks on bandsaws, and it seems like it's supposed to attach somewhere, but I have not found anywhere where it would attach. You know, I don't know. I need to put like magnets on it or what, but, and then of course, sorry, I forgot about this. You have your tracking. You can loosen this and then track it and then tighten this back up, and then you'll be able to track it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you have your readouts on your angle that your fence is. So you just loosen this guy, and then of course don't do it right there because you don't want to bend up your blade. Give it some height, and then you can change it to whatever degree you want. So it goes all the way up to 45, which I'm not gonna, let's see. I'm not gonna be able to hit it right now because there it is. So yeah, 45, and then you just tighten it back up, and then boom. So that's really nice. And then it's got this, actually, flip you around. I know I'm kind of everywhere right now, but I'm really excited about this thing. So it has this little stop right here where I've already tuned it to be back to perfect 90 without even trying. So this is kind of weird, and I don't really like this. This is exactly, I'm gonna spin this thing like a ton. This is why I don't really like these stock insert plates. It is inset. So whenever I was trying to like do the blade, it kept like falling, like making sure the blade was square, and I kept trying to use my DFM square here, and it just was not working. So yeah, so that was really fun. But yeah, so all in all, I am really, really happy with this thing. Yeah, and of course I'm going to christen it with some stickers, and I'm going to cover this thing and all of the stickers and do all the things with all of my favorite companies, of course, with walrus oil. And I'm gonna throw my sticker on there, and anybody else that sends me stickers. So yeah, so I'm gonna get this thrown on the stand. Actually, I've just made the decision while doing this video to go ahead and throw it on the stand. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it on here, so I'll probably do it off camera right here, but you'll just kind of see me do it back here and kind of struggle and everything. So yeah, so we're gonna get that done now.